No, it is an autofocus.
Maybe, would you mind writing down the set of the gauges so we have a reference?
I will when we hit the bottom,
Roger.
because your references,
We'll change depth.
yeah, usually do. That's like if I write down the only one, it'll be on the bottom.
Okay.
I'll do it in that last 50 meters, or when you're doing all the white balance stuff. I forgot about all that the other day.
Okay.
This is we see a definite, the precision of our USBL starts to go around 2,500 meters, 23 or so. You'll see it gets noticeably a bit
Noisier.
cloudier, yeah.
Yeah, I get pings like that out there.
Yeah.
What's the ping rate on that thing?
We set it based on depth, so if we're deeper than 2,000, we do 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're deeper than, or if we're less than 2,000, we do 1.5 seconds. Used to be double that, because we had, before we had Argus on electrical trigger, we could only electrically trigger Herc.
Mm-hmm.
But now that we can do both, it's only one-way communication.
Both responder, yeah.
Yeah.
Thus halving your error rate.
Yeah.
What's this vessel have? It has a, must have a pole and a sea chest somewhere?
This one's built into the hull.
Really?
Yeah, the USBL is.
Pretty decent USBL for being built into the hull.
Do you find that they're not so good built in?
Yeah, the further you get away from the boat, the better off you are. You get less acoustic noise from the vessel.
You're right, yeah.
And
Sometimes more slant range depending on how much it's sticking out, I would guess.
yeah, Falcor, for example, has a pole that goes down. It's like, it's just ridiculously short. It's like a meter or something. And they have the super whammy Sonardyne, the Ranger 2, and
Yeah.
the Mach 6 beacons, and the positioning is just horrible.
That's interesting. Surprising.
I suspect part of that is there's no well, at the time I was on there, we didn't have the expertise to, it's, to me, pure black magic how that thing works. And it's pretty much to most of us. Usually we rely on a navigator or a surveyor that's got years of formal training and in-field experience to figure out what buttons to push and how to set up the beacons. And
Yeah, yeah.
you look at the specs on the beacons and all the settings in there, it's just, by the time I get to page 2, my eyes are rolling in the back of my head.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the Sonardyne, that, some of the Sonardyne transducers have a built-in IMU and a compass.
Yeah, the Ranger 2 does.
So you then you only have to calibrate the system once, and then it's the offsets will never change. They're enclosed within the system. So the only offset you need to worry about is the location, the XYZ location from it and the GPS antenna, which is pretty great, especially for an immobile system, which is why we have one for pending mobile work. can reduce your calibration time by a lot.
Yeah, it's made it huge. I've seen a huge improvement, especially in the commercial world with the new Sonodyne gear. We're getting decimal place accuracy versus water depth. In some cases, decimal zero something accuracy for water depth.
Wow.
With USBL, which is just insane.
Right, yeah.
They're to the point now where technically they can get the accuracy that we historically got with a LBL array. So we go in and set up a big array with all the LBL beacons. And
yeah. Have you ever set one of those up?
oh yeah, hundreds.
Wow.
And
I would imagine. Well, I guess in industry they would use that a lot for high accuracy stuff.
yeah, they have to. And
right.
Yeah, we do metrology with them as well, so we can tell the exact distance and the delta, if you will, of two different structures.
Yeah.
So they're fabricating a vessel length jumper on the beach, and it comes out and has to land on two hubs, make a connection.
Yeah, I imagine that'd have to be pretty precise.
So they use independent tilt meters on something we go around with the vehicle and put them in predetermined little holders, and we do the same with the digicords, and then we put compats on them and rotate them, each one 90 degrees. It's actually a lot of fun because you're racing back and forth between the two structures and rotating compats. But we've set up some arrays for science as well. We did one at Izina Calder, and it took us days to get it to talk. Yeah. We were originally going to do one, so it's a caldera, and it's really steep, and there's a lot of venting. So like two of the 8 we originally deployed happened to land on a thermal vent and melted our rope off the weight, and they popped back up again.
Oh.
So we had to chuck them all over the side of the boat, and then you run around with the vehicle and pick them up, put them on the high point,
yeah,
the nearest high point, and we wound up splitting, having 2 arrays down the side of the hill.
That's hard with the hydrothermal vent because the sound speed changes in such localized. So if you pass through it, you'll get just, you know, it'll shoot off, your signal will shoot off, and you'll be in think you're in a different position.
Yeah, the guys didn't believe me. We were just at Endeavor, and we were hitting that thermocline.
Yeah.
And the altimeter was kicking in hard. And they're all, no, it's bottom here. And I said, no, it's thermocline. Just wait.
Yeah.
And sure enough.
Pass through it.
Yeah, it's like hitting a wall.
Yeah.
Acoustic wall.
Yeah, we have a lot of trouble with USBL and Endeavor vent field.
Yeah, there used to be an array out there years ago.
An LBL?
Yeah.
You know, I think I saw the remnants of some of it.
There's still a few. They were on long, really long lines. They were like, you know, 60 feet floating up, the beacons.
Yeah.
It's actually, it amazes me that they don't have one out there now with ONC.
Oh yeah, with all the work they, well, to set one up, I think that's the main thing is the cost of setting one up.
Well,
the time.
It would pay for itself in vessel time because the amount of time they spend looking for stuff.
Yeah. Been there.
I was after Ian. Asked, why don't you guys have a flashy beacon on the instrument platforms?
Yeah.
But, you know, you have power there all the time.
Yeah.
It's not like you'd have to put a battery instrument. You could control it from the beach, turn it on.
Right. It's the cost to put one on, I guess.
Well, just a simple Novatech like we have on the vehicle would You'd be able to see that for days.
Yeah.
The terrain is so radical that the sonar is basically useless unless you're right up on it.
Mm.
So what we do is we follow the cables.
Yeah. Done a lot of that following cables.
There it is. Follow that.
A lot of cables through Rogers Pass.
Yeah, there's a lot of cables that go nowhere.
It's a fun project though. Really fun.
Yeah, when we were just out there last month, there was some serious carnage from the trawler.
Was there? Did they get a node again?
Yeah.
Wow.
It turned, not the node, a couple instrument platforms, but I think it may have got a node. They're gonna be out there with a cable ship, but
Wow.
yeah, it turned, one platform was turned on its side and it ripped, they have those, what are those little ADCPs, the little black ones?
Is there, I mean,
Trashed a few of those.
it's on the charts. It's on the charts.
It's not really, because I have the Navionics app on my iPhone,
Uh-huh.
and that's got all the updated charts.
It's on, the ENCs have a big, cable signal on it.
Yeah, but the specifics of where all the stuff is it's like just, you know, a danger zone area.
Right.
But if I was a poor fisherman using my $10 Navionics app, I would have towed right through that stuff.
What do you think's going on with the Mesotech?
I'm not sure. I restarted the program and I've power cycled the Meso on Argus. It's not seeming to work. My little tricks that I usually do for it aren't.
We had this problem a couple dives ago, right? And then it seemed to just magically resolve itself.
Sometimes, yeah, I usually have to restart the program but it's not wanting to do that now.
We went as far as restarting the computer, and I think that worked.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Well, it might freeze again. Well, I guess we'll keep an eye on it.
We've had the issue with the thing not working on, like it'll work reliably on one PC, but not on another one.
Interesting.
There could be two new PCs. Just something to do with the drivers for the COM port adapters. I don't know what you guys have here, but nowadays you have the little USB 232 adapter gizmo.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't been back behind that.
So the drivers for the USB to 232 chip in your little dongle are different on different PC manufacturers. But it's been running on that machine for quite a while, has it?
I think so. We may have done put it on a new machine a few years back. I think a bunch of them were updated, but I don't think there's any change this year. It's our first fake return.
What's the baud rate on both of those?
I don't know what it's set at right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We can check.
Oh,
230400.
Yeah. I think Bob Waters went in and kind of optimized it a couple of years back.
How is it that you're going faster than me now?
I've never seen one running at that speed.
You want to slow a little bit there, Dan?
Sure.
I put some lateral on just to get a little bit more square up, and it's changing the vertical velocity. So now you're going a bit faster than I am.
Is that you dragging Argus that far?
What's that?
Is that you dragging Argus that far, or is that?
Yeah, you're here now. I'm here. So it's
No, I mean away from the launch point.
Yeah, it could be a bit of just depth and currents, but it might be also a bit of a pull. We'll find out when we stop.
Yeah.
Or how far you'll have to be driving set up. Turn around and drive under Argus, and then Argus moves, you're just chasing it. There's that real return there at 200 or so meters.
Yeah.
I'll slow down to 25.
Sure thing. How deep is this dive?
3,200 is at the start.
Nice.
Yeah, so if you're just coming on with us, we had a midnight launch. We're closing in. We're at what, 3,000 meters or so. So we're getting really close to the bottom. We're planning a 24-hour or so long dive.
If you want to slow a little bit more there, Dan, even though we'll be coming to a stop pretty soon.
Thought you were in a hurry to get there.
I was. I'm in a hurry to correct my position.
10 meters, really?
I know.
Come, I'll stop if you want to
No, that's all right.
get
We'll
that
keep going
sorted
down.
out.
No, I mean, we're
Or
still
I can slow radically if it's.
just coming down about 20 meters a minute. I can also take off the lateral. It doesn't seem like the lateral's doing much.
No.
It was just the addition of the lateral that.
Dump and flow.
Yeah.
Turned your 30 horsepower ROV into a 20 horsepower ROV. Just have to make up a new sheet. Just turn one over.
You can come back. You can come down a bit faster now. I've turned off my lateral jam. You can go back to 25.
Roger. What's the dive again?
1759.
Thank you. Hey, we have a clock that works.
You got Doppler.
Doppler at 100 meters, huh? Just a little fake
Just a little blip.
blip. Says 79, huh? Oh, you're a bit deeper than Argus. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like, well, that's a discrepancy you don't want to see. Doesn't make any sense. Two sonars, saying different things.
Yeah.
It all makes sense now.
This thing's not.
Moments away from the bottom.
I find those
All
ground
right,
fault
Danny, ready
numbers.
to come? I'll stop in a moment there.
I find those ground fault numbers hard to believe. Oh no. Yeah. No. Really? 40 meg? Say when.
Roger, you're at about 5 meters, so you can start to slow and pull out the stick there.
Roger.
Just a reminder, when we get to the bottom, we'll have to weight balance.
Correct.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to continue down.
Roger.
Do you want to hold off there?
I'm going to give you
I'll stop on the winch.
Roger.
I'm going to give you an on-the-fly Doppler, and then we'll do a good one at the bottom.
Sure thing. Why my verts aren't going down. Huh, hey Dan, you want to take a look at this? Check this out, my verts aren't working. Cycle that. I'm getting
You're
nothing.
button something. Stick lock.
That makes sense. Thank you.
The knob was in the way.
The brain was not working.
Pesky knob.
Thank you for that.
Should just write down the frickin' numbers from last dive.
Is it that good?
Res.
We can interpret the res.
Go by volume, not
Flamboyant
pressure.
Is that a flamboyant squidworm? My
Looks like
favorite?
one.
I think that was a big polychaete.
My favorite too.
I think it was a flamboyant squidworm, which is it is a polychaete. I haven't seen one of the Oakley's bottom in view.
Yep. This
Gonna
is
log
the
on bottom.
Galapagos.
Yeah.
Starting to back up to you now, Dan.
Certainly
Write down
possible.
some
All the
arbitrary-
long-time listeners will know that that's my favorite.
Want me to kick in auto heading there?
How deep did you
Yeah,
guys
go
go in the
ahead.
Galapagos? Can't recall. Pretty deep.
And
Pretty darn deep.
I think you should
Auto
have enough
heading
slack.
is engaged.
Go ahead and try spinning a boat to face me here.
Roger. What's our 068? So I have -6 there.
So I think you want to go
You've pulled me around
+10.
that way,
Yeah.
so I'll go positive. Spinny spin.
Sorry. Maybe too much of a tug. There you are.
All right.
All right, gonna back up a little bit to give us a little slack.
Dive, dive, dive.
And if you wanna come on down,
Sure. Coming up.
Roger. You also want to look up a little bit so we're far away from that hard stop of the frame. Back up a little bit.
I expect the slope goes up to your both of your starboard sides,
Roger.
somewhere around there.
Catholics is a little bit flickery.
Ooh, flicker.
Nice strobe effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you mind giving me porch when you get a second there? Thanks, Dan.
It's pretty calm out there, but the period of these swells is like just enough to make the heave kind of bob up and down. It's just perfect for the ship length.
Whoa, video, please come wide. On Argus, please. Thank you.
That was a moment.
It's like, whoa, am I floating up that far? Shouldn't my delta's okay?
The iPad accidentally hit the zoom.
Roger.
That's your instruments, not your cameras. What am I failing miserably here on the numbers? Argus comp, check.
Roger. Check.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's close to the dot. Except the other one I can't quite see.
Yeah, the thrusters we don't really check as much. We just check the main comp, which is looking like 4 on there.
Is it on the tick? Check. All numbers are nominal. Clear to proceed to the seabed.
Roger.
I think Argus is going to keep backing up a bit towards the ship, away from you. If you want, I can just bump the ship over. But
If you're gonna do that, I'll stomp on the winch.
Well, it's just, or
You're
you
still
can just
20
keep backing
meters up.
It's up to you.
I'm just gonna keep backing up and
Okay.
see if we can get a little bit of swing out of it.
Yeah.
Might be a little faster.
You can move the ship if you want. We're going that way anyways, right?
You're going
We're
roughly
going that
north,
way.
northwest.
Yeah. I suppose, yeah, that works. Yeah, we can.
Take that 1 degree angle out of the cable.
Got it.
That was 0.8. We're
I'll just
rounding
move
up now.
west.
You drug it further now. It looks like 30, 40 meters.
Roger.
Bridge nav.
You want to cut down a little bit more, Dan? We'll just acquire the seafloor a bit better.
Roger.
I have a ship move 20 meters, bearing 270. Thank you. Let's move a
As
little bit west.
Argus swings in, it might get a little deeper, so.
Do you mind if I turn the scan speed up on Argus, or do you think that that's okay?
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
Might be that the baud rate also changes whenever we.
Do you want it faster on Herc, or is there a
Yeah, that's good. That's looking good.
It's okay, yeah. 20 meter divisions on Argus, 10 on Herc.
Roger. Keep backing up here a little bit. I think that's good on the delta there. Dan, if you want to come, I'll stop on the Argus winch.
Sure. It's still 30 meters off. You're still 10 meters off.
Yeah.
At least your DVL is.
What's that? What was that, Dan?
Oh, her altitude still 10 meters up.
Yeah.
Oh, you get that off the DVL, off the back of the vehicle, don't you?
Yeah.
It's off the back, yeah.
Okay, sorry, I misspoke. You can come down a little bit more if you want.
Get you turn your head and look at that hill.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the way you go anyways,
Yeah.
In general.
in general.
So, before I do anything though, I want to try dialing in the Z bias here. Way too far.
Still positive?
Yeah. Still floating.
It's always a bonus. That's Argus 30 meters off the mud and rock.
Roger. Sorry, stand by. Still working on that Z bias real quick. Let's see if I just override it a little bit. It's looking solid. Okay.
Trimmed, as you would call it, short term, short words.
Short words of trimmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Do a white balance. Let me just get over here a little bit.
Yeah, behind Argus you'll see there's a bit of a slope. That's just, so we're in a bit of a
Yeah, we're in the hole.
circ here, so.
Roger.
I can see it on Mr. Mezzo.
Yep.
Bit of a current.
North to south, roughly? Northeast, southwest?
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like.
southwest, right?
That makes sense. We're kind of in a saddle
Yeah.
between two
yeah.
big cones, and I figure the water's gonna be ripping through here.
Alright, I'm gonna cycle out the buttons real quick. This might cause us to jolt down. Solid. Cool.
Cool.
Whatever you do, don't touch the button.
The button. If you stay in auto XY, I'll just collect a few USBL pings while we're here.
Roger.
And don't get out of it yet.
Sure thing. No.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ow, ow.
interesting. Fun feature that. We need
It's
to
not
milk it.
It's not a bad idea to cycle hydraulics on the way down. We just had a
Yeah.
big delta because you had the whatever you locked in on deck.
Yeah. That's a good point.
I don't know why it's Predator operators keep their hydraulics off because they're always barfing, but the rest of the planet runs their manip from the as soon as you're in the water.
Yeah, that's fair. Video, you want to push in there a bit, please?
I'm zooming in.
Hold that. I'm going to drop this down a little bit. So. Good.
Any way to tilt it down just a little bit? Or I guess, yeah. Perfect. What?
You can get the same on the way up, Jess. It's not good to turn it on every 500 meters or so.
Alright, it's
Yeah.
gonna go
She
black
locked
for a
that
little
one.
bit.
Only the valve or also just the
Just the hydraulics.
hydraulics? Okay.
Yeah, because you do the opposite at depth. You capture that pressure in the linear actuator when you turn off the hydraulics, so it slams the lock valve shut. So you have whatever plus seawater.
Plus seawater.
Yeah, 2,000 plus seawater, and then you come up and got all that pressure trapped in the linear actuator. It's hard on it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good idea. Every 500 meters or so, just cycle it.
Yeah.
Which one is that one? The starboard catholics there?
Hi, we're all good.
I don't know. You want to
Roger.
cycle them?
Yeah, go ahead and cycle that one if you want.
Think it's starboard?
I think it's starboard.
Negative.
Negative. Oh man.
Do these have to stay off for a while, or can you?
You can turn off that one if it's being a problem child.
No, but you can quick cycle them. You don't have to wait for the bulb to cool down.
Yeah, you can quick cycle that one.
Alright to do a black balance on Argus.
I think we're playing around with the lights for a quick second.
Okay.
It was the starboard. Either that or it stopped. Sorry, those are LEDs in there?
Yeah,
Are
those
they-
are LEDs in there.
Oh yeah, so they're instant. Yeah, we're good on Argus.
Okay.
Oh, no.
We seem kind of
Gonna go black.
bimodal in our USBL pings here. It's hard to say where we're.
Is that a black balance then?
Yeah. Woohoo. Yeah, we used to have It used to be like tape on the back of Hercules.
Really?
Yeah, to like white balance, and then didn't work too well.
Could put tape on a float, paint a float white.
Yeah. But
Your moving target.
we only use Argus for beauty shots of Herc, so.
All right, Steve, so now you're the man of the hour.
Can you just come out of auto XY real quick?
Sure thing.
And resetting. Okay, you can go back in.
Roger.
All right, that's where I think we are.
Cool. These are neat.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, Steve.
Okay. Upslope towards 2.
Great. Waypoint 2 is target bearing 317 to Argus, and about this. Yeah, 318 for Argus and Herc.
Roger.
It's going to take, when I call in moves, it's going to take a long time for us to see it. So we trade off. We could do speed, but then we'll have to be ready to winch up, or it'll be pretty slow to do stepwise moves. So I'll call in a few 20-meter moves in a row. See what happens.
I think calling them in a row.
Yep.
Keep the momentum with us. Sounds good.
Bridge, nav.
Are you looking up with your Zeus?
A little bit. Little angle.
Step 20 meters, bearing 318.
While we're waiting, can we zoom into the seabed, kind of just scan in the lower right-hand corner?
Yeah, stand by. We're going to just kind of get ourselves set up a bit, if you don't mind.
She's like 2 miles away from the seabed at the moment.
Yeah.
There's a sea cucumber.
And we're also going to actually kind of go around to 318, so we'll lose this view.
Okay. Looks pretty similar here. Sponge, cucumber.
Like Catholics.
Another cucumber.
Nice.
Nice current in this area.
That's a good sign for you and your corals, right? Sponges?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
All right.
Makes navigation a little bit more difficult, but I think we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Not seeing too much in Argus that's gonna harm us, so calling a few moves in a row should be all right.
Sure thing.
Makes stopping hard though. Have to backtrack for samples.
Yeah. Yeah, Steve, so is the objective to get a visual transect, or are we going to do some opportunistic sampling along the way?
Sampling will be rare probably right now.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
There's a kind of red thing on the left side,
That's
left
a
corner.
holothurian floating in the water column. Is that what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I think it's a little holothurian. Doing a little dance.
Making a little love.
Yeah. Mostly just eating. Swimming to a new place to eat.
Making lots of trails, I guess, then.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not trying to do a straight transect between here and 2, but we're not going to do a lot of sampling either, so
All right.
a happy medium there.
Sure thing. Like what Rennie's saying, So as we call in multiple ship moves at a time, since they're at 3,000 meters, we're going to expect a pretty large swing in Argus if we...
Bridge nav.
So if we want to take a sample somewhere,
Yep.
It'll take a while to get back there.
Yeah.
Add one more step. Thank you.
Dan, would you mind looking down a little bit so I can... I'll otherwise run out to the end of my tether to get center screen there.
Look down for what?
Yeah, just a little bit of a tilt down. Otherwise, I'll just keep stretching this out and yanking you around. That's good. Thank you. Hey, video, you want to iris down a little bit there, please? Thank you.
So what's the, I didn't quite get what the disadvantage of putting the constant ship move in?
We just, if we're able to, hold on, let me call another one in. Bridge now. You can add one more step.
There's a small stalk in the upper right-hand corner. So it's going to be tough to see. Lasers are on?
Mainly just that will be laid back.
It's dead center right now, yeah. So right above the lasers, right coming in center screen right now.
We'll be laid back a bunch. This gives
Just
us a
to
bit
the
of
right of the
opportunity to
lasers.
stop. If we find ourselves that we aren't stopping at all, then we can call in a track, but this gives us a little bit of a...
Video,
I
come
see.
in there, please.
Yeah.
Push in, please. Hold that.
The thing
Sorry,
is
I'm
that
drifting by this guy real quick. Come wide, video, please. Overshot that by a long stretch.
Was that interesting to you, Steve?
I just wanted to see what it was. I have no idea. I don't think it's living. I think it might be a tube or skeleton of some sort, but I thought I saw some fleshy structures on there. I wanted to get a closer look while if we have time, while we're waiting for the ship to...
Sure, we're still haven't experienced a full swing yet on Argus, so we'll try that again. Video, push in there, please.
So I think what I'm seeing is a stalk of something. Maybe a former bamboo coral. I see some discoloration, banded discoloration, and then those two pink dots look like amphipods, actually perched up on the stalk there.
Come wide, video, please.
Anything else, or is it?
No, I didn't see.
Can you get any more zoom, or we have to go?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna need to start to move on a little bit there, Steve. Sorry. I'll let you know next time. Sorry.
I think you're all right. What are you worried about? I can come up.
I just want to keep out in front of you.
What's that?
Oh, I said I just want to keep out in front of you there. But yeah, go ahead and come on up there, Dan.
Bridge nav. One more step, please.
Is that a cucumber to the left? Lower left?
See cucumber.
looks like one. Video, want to do a quick zoom? Push in there, please. It's good.
Polychaete next to him.
Oh yeah, polychaete too. This looks like a synallactid sea cucumber.
All right, come wide, please, video.
Thanks, I think that's enough. Yeah.
Current's
I
really
came
getting
up
you.
a bit high there.
Oh.
Looks exactly like this one.
Current's really blowing.
Yeah.
Diamatidae.
Got some little worm tracks there, huh?
There's an anemone.
Yeah,
Straight ahead.
anemone on the rock. 6 o'clock.
See it, Jess?
Yeah, I just want to get out in front, so we're starting to swing.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
It's fine. All good. Oh, I did see a coral on the rock there, but I know what it is already.
So another anemone or an urchin?
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I think that's a. So it could be a Ceryanthid anemone.
You want to come up a bit there, Dan?
Coming up.
I mean, I can hold off there on calling moves because if we're not going to be able to take a look at stuff as we go.
It's fine. You can call another one, just like smaller intervals if you want.
Well, it's more of like if I keep them going, then it's no point in just, I mean, I could call a 30-meter move, you know what I mean? Smaller interval doesn't, it's just me calling the bridge more. Because I have to do them incremental.
Roger.
I think you're mostly okay as long as you don't get behind, like, because the slope isn't steep enough, too bad for Argus. As long as the Argus is, as you're not behind directly below Argus, I think we got enough time to react because you can come up quick and that'll be able to take a look at stuff a little more. Bridge nav.
Yeah, you can run out till you're pulling on it, and that'll give you more
Almost
time to stop and smell the flowers.
Stop and smell the flowers, Roger.
Hey.
But you want to come up on the delta bit there and keep it
Coming
around
up.
like 15 or so? What was that, Steve?
I didn't say anything.
Sorry.
It's a different holothurian.
Yeah.
Oh.
Seems to be all hands up. The aggressive holothurian stance. Shrimp, flyby shrimping. Your iris down a little bit. Yeah, we do our little backwards maneuver if I don't call them in. That's what we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the hard part. So you gotta either keep the pacing or not.
Some mucus on the rock.
Oh, you might have to get out of the box a little bit. You know what I mean?
Me?
Get out of the box?
Yeah.
No. What do you mean?
You might not have everything perfect, but I think you could still stop and see what the scientists want.
Yeah, whenever they tell me what they want, I'll zoom in on it.
Just scanning right now. Not much to zoom in on. I mean, if you can, if you see a sea cucumber or something before us, you know, you can always zoom in on that.
Sure thing. Let me know.
Is there, what's the first rock sample you want to collect? Are we going to collect one on this slope or at the top or something? Or save them towards the end?
So we want to get one from the top.
Yeah.
From this feature. However, we wanted to get more up on the slope because we were kind of in the saddle and we weren't sure which direction the rocks were sourced from. So I'm going to get up on the slope a little bit more. Possibly take a rock on the slope depending on how it looks, and then definitely want to take a rock closer to the summit of this cone. Bioturbation. Is that a white sea star to the left of the lasers, or is that mound of sediment?
I think it's a
Looks
mound
like
of sediment.
it's a mound of sediment.
All right, pass then.
Pass.
Pass. Roger.
Pass. Yeah.
An iris open a bit there. Sorry.
These rocks are looking so much older than the ones that we saw in the last dive.
And looking a lot easier to pick up too.
Yeah. But Dan, I like your expression of getting western with the rock samples though.
So I can, right now our transfer speed is set to 1.5, but we've ended up transferring around 0.6 or something like that. I could call in a track line at 0.3 and we'll just be real steady about it. We'll be a bit slower, but then
Yeah.
there's no...
0.3 works. It looks like it's a gradual slope.
Yeah.
For here, at least.
We'll just have to be aware in case we encounter something like a wall or something that we gotta pull up.
Yeah, I agree.
Sound good?
Yep, I agree. 0.3.
Bridge nav. We'd like to track a line, speed 0.3 knots, bearing 318. Thank you. Point 0.3 is a good exploration speed.
A good survey speed.
Gives us some time to look at stuff.